We begin with the very latest in the Cedric Marks case. The jury found the ex-MMA fighter guilty of capital murder in the deaths of Jenna Scott and Michael Swearingin. The verdict was read just over an hour ago. 6 News reporter Cindy Deshawn has been our eyes and ears inside the courtroom. She's there now. Cindy, this has been a long time in the making.
Yeah, Chris, after 6 long weeks of trial, the jury found Cedric Marks guilty of capital murder for both Michael Swearingin and Jenna Scott. It took the jury about 4 hours to deliberate and come to this decision. And when the verdict was announced, the family and friends did not show much emotion, but some of them were crying because, like you said, this has been a long time coming. A lot of them had a sense of relief and closure in this moment. As far as Marks goes, he also remained silent and had no outbursts. Keep in mind, Marks did have multiple outbursts throughout this trial. He has been thrown out of the courtroom several times for his comments to the judge, prosecution, and even witnesses. It has been an interesting and quite unique case because Marks has been representing himself, so he does not have any legal background and has only had help occasionally from his standby counsel. Marks even had to cross-examine the victims' families in the very beginning. Now, family and prosecution is not speaking to the media yet. They are still waiting, but I can tell you from conversations with the family throughout this trial, again, this day has been years in the making and they are glad that they finally have closure. Now, one of the key witnesses in this case was Maya Maxwell. Without her giving up the bodies to law enforcement in her interviews, prosecution says law enforcement could very well still be looking for the bodies. Her testimony was key in this trial, and I think this really did seal the deal for the jury. As far as evidence, the exact same square-headed yellow shovel that Maxwell and Marks purchased at Walmart and their surveillance footage that was found just a few minutes away from the bodies was also a pivotal moment. Additionally, the cell phone and bank record analysis reports was another pivotal moment in this case. Now, in closing arguments today, Cedric Marks did cry in front of the jury. He stood in front of jury members begging for his life with shackles on his feet, saying that he did not kill Michael and Jenna. His punishment phase will begin June 5th at 8:45.
Sydney, without Maya Maxwell, the state would have had a much weaker case, as you just laid out. Why did she decide to testify, do you think, against Marks?
Yeah, Chris, throughout her testimony, Maxwell says she was just waiting for the right time. She said in her testimony that she was very scared of Marks, and even when she was alone, she didn't want to say anything. But again, she was just waiting for that right moment. And she knew from the very beginning that she was going to speak up to law enforcement. Again, so it was very hard for her to come in and testify in front of Marks. But again, she gave up the locations of the 2 bodies, and without her testimony, prosecution says that they would have no idea where the bodies were found because they were in such a small town in Oklahoma that was just minutes away from Marks's family's cemetery where a few bodies were. But it was very moving testimony she shared. And again, without her testimony, we would probably not be where we are at today.
And she settled for a very long plea agreement to cooperate, so I'm sure that had an impact on the jury. Cindy Deshawn, terrific reporting. Thank you for that update. A lot has happened here in the last hour. We appreciate it. Stand by in case we need to come back to you.